What's up guys, Royal Fire here, and today I'm going to be talking about how to get better at any Call of Duty title, whether that's Infinite Warfare or COD 4. I'm only going to talk about a couple of ideas in which I'm going to create a series on how to get better at this franchise. I'll post Mondays and Fridays on this series because there's a lot to talk about on how to get better. Today I'll be discussing on the basics of the game that may be new to you or just common sense. If you're one of those guys that know all this, then this is pretty refreshing going back to this. Without further ado, let's get into it. First step is sensitivity. You need to find the sensitivity that you are most comfortable with. If you don't find it, then you're going to miss a bunch of shots, and you don't want to do that. If you like a low sensitivity, then I recommend a 1 through 9 sensitivity. If you like a high sensitivity, then try a 10 or above sensitivity, depending on the game, because different games have different sensitivities. It all really goes down on comfort, in which I'll talk about later in a later video, but the ideal sensitivity is one where you can aim right on the target. You will know if you are on the wrong one if you die before you even lined up your sights on the target. I run on a 3 to 4 sensitivity because I like to be more precise and I can still churn on people. If you're a person that likes that low sensitivity, try mine and see if that works, because I'm usually precise on my aims and I barely miss most of the time, so it's pretty useful if you like to be low on your sensitivity. Just find your ideal sensitivity and you'll do better than before. So the next thing I want to be talking about is practice. Practice really does make perfect, and it really does go a long way, because if you don't practice any kind of game, you're not going to get better at it. You're just going to get mad every time they kill you, or you're losing the game, or anything else in that circumstance. You're just not going to do well. So I would practice every day before I get online. I usually play with bots because bots make it easier on you. It helps you learn the spawns, and it helps you with accuracy when you're in gunfights, so that's always pretty useful as well. My recommendation is use a gun that you like and play a game of bots 3 times. Play on recruit, regular, and veteran, and you'll be getting better in no time. It is okay if you lose on the bot games, because I lose a couple times when I play veteran, but practice is practice, so don't worry about any of that. So practice every day before getting online and you will get better. I usually get on because my aim is usually trash before I even get online, so I play a couple of games with bots, so my aim gets better and I get to realize how to do better on gunfights when it comes to bots. Usually veteran, but maybe sometimes regular, but not recruit at all, because they don't even move at all. Last thing I want to cover is the godly minimap. This is your bubble buddy of Call of Duty by far. You always need to check that 60% of the time when you're not in a gun battle, because if you don't look at it, the enemy will, and the enemy will always win every time if you don't look at that minimap. The minimap is key, and UAV is also key. It helps to know where your enemy is so you can flank them with ease. It's better to know where the enemy is than going blind and losing the gunfights all the time. You can tell by where the enemies are by looking at the minimap of where your team is. There's a high chance that the enemy will be away from your teammates. The better you know where they are, the better you can flank them. This has been my basic tutorial on how to get better at Call of Duty. Tomorrow I'll be going over how to pick your class and which class to use, so look out for that. I know this video was pretty short. It's just the basics. I expect most of you know how to play with minimap and sensitivity and all that. But there will be way more tutorials on this channel. I recently did a video, well, it wasn't recent. It was a long time ago, but it was not the best, explaining on how to be good at Call of Duty. It sucked, okay? It sucked really bad. I plan on making a bunch, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if this was really helpful. Subscribe if you're new, and I'm Royal Fire, signing off.